coach Ronnie Tailspin on the phone. I know Chew's been in the booth. They need to rally themselves mentally against the onslaught Fusion Uni has pushed before them, and it can be so difficult when you become so close to success, only to have it snatched away. It can often be more devastating than if you just get blown out of the water, like you would see on some maps like the Control maybe. Being so close to winning and then being so close in that final fight and it falling all the way can just destroy your mentality. Right now, Elivo, he's on the defense, or rather, he's on the offense with the Winston. They could roll with a Winston instead of a D.Va. Maybe that will give him a little bit more pressure onto Alarm.
Yeah, Jaro is, was on the Storm right now. He's on the Brig, of course. Doesn't like Elivo is actually going to stay on the Winston too. I can see his outline just creeping around this corner.
That gives him a lot of cleave through shields if they want to just have Elivo sort of play a frontline Winston behind for Reinhardt shield, playing it more like a D.Va, just making sure they can get that damage.
He's going to jump straight in, separate everybody with the shield. And you can see Alarm taking a little bit of damage, but Fusion U are going to be able to back off. They know Alarm is a significant portion of their team fight damage, but Team Envy are going to be able to force Fusion University potentially off the high ground completely. Chunkshik going so low as well, and Sharp just doing such a good job, but just hitting those right clicks. He's at 100 energy. If you stand in his way, you're going to get instantly killed off.
Sharp has to quickly disengage. He's got to move with Stand 1, so that shield is going to be presented before the damage of Fusion University. We're sort of having a cross attack here, some of them from high ground, some of them from the doorway.
Stand 1 and the rest of the team are just sitting themselves on the point. Bernard's going to find the first kill of the fight. Elivo is going to go down, and Nice just right-clicking behind the shields of Team Envy right now. So much damage coming out from the Xayah. They took the high ground, Harry, and then just gave it up, and they let Nice re-rotate back up there. And Xayah's so deadly when she has an aerial view over a team that's going to stick so close together.
And you know what makes Xayah even more deadly? There's no ability to eat the mortars with a D.Va. Elivo now has to swap over away from that Winston so that he's got a little bit more chance to potentially eat a Graviton coming in from Nice. He knows against the longer fight that was given from Envy there, but Nice likely has the Graviton Surge and potentially is going to try and make an early engagement with that, try and mix up the tempo here. First though, they're going to see where Team Envy want to rotate, and then they're going to apply their ultimates as necessary. Sharp is going to be able to match the Graviton Surge, however, but can be pretty easily countered out here so long as Alarm is not on the opposite side of one of these sort of like walkways to where the Graviton Surge lands.
Team Envy again taking the same route to put themselves on the point. Fusion U got a lot of ults to work with. Chunkstick hoping to bait everybody in. Perhaps spots an opening here. Graviton Surge is going to come in regardless. Transcendence is going to match, but Bernard's going to use the self-destruct. Another grab coming through from Envy, but the shot is going to hit 5 people. Everybody is down. There's no support. Ults to bear. Alarm finally clicks the Transcendence, but it's not enough. The shield was blocking it all. You can see Stand 1 just standing between Alarm and a lot of Fusion Uni members, and they instantly get killed off. Team Envy are going to cap the first point.
Everyone used everything. Karkar may well have been able to use the sound barrier there, but he didn't know that everyone was going to be taken down by an Earth Shatter. Wasn't able to bring it down before he himself was taken to spawn. Team Envy are moving forward with so much momentum here. You can see Stand 1, he's already touching at the side of a point, and Chunkstick has stood as the lone Bastion who has to stop them before the remainder of his team joins him. There's the rally. They need to get onto Stand 1, who has an overshield.
Yeah, Stand 1's going to run straight towards him. Another beat's going to come through from Fusion University. They got the rally going off as well, and Nice is 10% towards that grab. Sharp not too far away either. Chunkstick is instantly jumped on, and now he has no bubbles to really back him up either. Stand 1 has almost got an ult too. They force Fusion U away from the point.
Bernard needs to be checked. Sharp cannot afford to have this grab beaten. 3 people are in it.
He's way too far away. Stand 1's going to go down though, but so does Snillo. Chunkstick's just swinging on in, but the damage is completely erased as a Transcendence from Crimzo is going to keep them in the fight.
There is an Earth Shadow there, so going to take one down and they put in the grab as well. This looks like it could be the end.
Thinks it could be the end. 2 ticks potentially for Team Envy. Fusion U are just trickling out of spawn now. They're able to regroup ASAP. Actually staggering a couple of members from Team Envy as well. They halt the aggression, but still 4 minutes and 20 seconds remain for Team Envy's attack.
Samuel there potentially just saw red the second he saw those juicy targets grouped together in the Graviton Surge, but from within it, Nice, who was caught in the Graviton Surge, managed to kill him, and once you lose Stand 1, you lose a lot of the defense that you have, and you need that shield, because not only is Nice doing damage, but Alarm is as well, and if Alarm is just free-firing, your team is never going to be able to last for long. Stand 1 has the Earth Shatter available. Chunkstick is a little bit further behind, so for now Stand 1 can be aggressive. They need to be keeping tabs on these Xayah shields, trying to make their way around. You've got to be careful with your angles here if you're Fusion University. You've got to stay. You've got to keep Chunkstick between Stand 1 and you.
Those bubbles instantly get deleted. The Discord Orb on Chunkstick right now. Both rallies have gone off as well. Transcendence being forced out. Shadow's going to hit the ground, but Alarm is going to stop all that damage from coming through. A ping cannot connect. Chunkstick with a perfect shatter in the back line as well to make sure no one can follow up with Stand 1. He ends up falling once again. Team Envy take 1 minute to actually use their ults and push the second point. Fusion U, look how many ults they've got coming up, Harry. They've got the beat. Alarm's definitely going to have another Transcendence for this fight. The guy only hits headshot.
Speaking of Alarm, the threat assessment on Fusion University is absolutely superb. Alarm body blocked the incoming charge from stand 1, but he knew that his Transcendence would expire before they hit the wall, so he called in Stillo. That's his backup, get the shield bash from behind, cancel the incoming shatter, make sure that he wasn't going to be taken down by that. It may not have turned the fight, but it did save his support's life. Remember, Alarm can get that 35% of extra ultimate charge. Envy rotating around again. They want to cut Fusion Uni off from their spawn, but Nice is ready to cut off the head as it stands, ready to lay down that Graviton. It's so low!
Stand 1's going to have to back off. That shield health falling pretty low as well. Elivo's targeted out on the sidelines too, trying to force out the defense matrix in order to get a free grab from Nice.
Going to be long range potentially. Right now, they're just focusing on taking down stand 1's shield because that could open it all up for Chungsik. If they don't have to use the grab, that's just as good.
There's the grab too, actually used on the same point. Self-destruct's coming in as well. Is there actually going to connect? Bernard finds one. He's going to go down though as Elivo does take him out in the end, and Sharp finds a kill as well. Both beats have been used. Chungsik has the shatter and he hits three people. That's what you want to see. But the Lucio's too good. He booped him away so Chungsik couldn't do any damage. And now stand 1 lays down a shatter of his own and kills off Karkar.
Kills off Karkar, but he dies in the process. Elivo lays down the self-strike, but it's not going to get anything.
Ball's going to come in. Jaru trying to play Disruptance, but Fusion University still holding firm on this point. Elivo is going to get Team X. Alarm ends up going down, but can Envy actually push off this?
They managed to find Crimzo, it looks like, but he's no Karkar for double 1v1.
Don't think it matters. Fusion University are on the defense, of course, so quicker spawns. Jaru goes down as well. Team Envy gonna have to hold their aggression for the time being. Looks like they actually want to fight. Bernard actually finds a complete flank on Elivo. Managed to take him out in the Baby Diva form.
It would appear that this was a good fight, but it was not clean enough for Fusion University to give up another tick. The respawns coming in too much to deal with, and of course they did manage to take out stand 1 again. He often gets these big shatters and positions aggressively to try and follow up on them, but the second that he's out of position, we see Nice focusing him down so well along with Alarm. But I've got to give credit to Crimzo there as well. Not only did he manage to get the assassination on Alarm, but when Karkar came in to try and peel, get some revenge on a Zenyatta who may well need to reload soon, also managed to take him out for double support kill. Unfortunately not enough, but it has given him the Transcendence to surge forward. Team Envy, who are playing to try and get the completion here with only a minute remaining.
Already got a single tick and a little bit extra. They put in about 60%. So many low health bars on the side of Envy. They're going to have to heal up before they engage. Stanwon says not today, though, as he runs straight head first into Chungsik. Karkar's going to go look pretty low as well. Chungsik gets solo grab, but Alarm's there with the backup. Self-destruct's going to come in from Bernard, but he doesn't find anything. Stanwon is sharp, super low. Karkar and Chungsik cleaving on through. Team Envy now have one more opportunity to complete Horizon.
Fantastic responses there. We saw Jaro using a preemptive armor pack onto stand 1, trying to make sure that he had enough health to move on through as he was swinging. But now, 18 seconds remain, Jaws. Team Envy have the ultimates to try and make this work, but Chungsik and Snillo can stop them in their tracks. They can potentially not even touch a point here. If they can check fire, make sure that he can't get forward, they could make sure that overtime doesn't occur. But just like Sharp's going to get in there, he has the speed boost, but he does not have the grab.
Chungsik playing around this pillar. Karkar again, really low fire, going in for a risky boot. Chungsik setting up this shadow potentially, but Elivo's already dead. This is disastrous for Team Envy. This is the fight that they need to win. Chungsik's still holding onto the shadow and he blocks it. A 180, but a lot of the damage is actually saved. Crimzo in the shadow. Will he go down? No! It disconnects before they can get it, but they still manage to kill Sharp. The Graviton Surge was too good from Nice. Team Envy are going to get routed, and Fusion U will hold them on second.
Envy once again facing a mountain of a task to try and win this map, Jaws, but they've done very well before with that.
We're going to jump to a quick 1 minute break. We'll be back for another attack. Welcome back. Fusion University now on the offense. Needs 61% on second point to secure match point in the series.
This is where our teams right now are pretty content to stick with the 3-3 mirror, but consistently, Fusion Uni is winning it out, whether it's by out usage of the ultimates or by individual clutch plays, but there's so much potential on both sides for those individual clutches. It seems like thus far, Elivo hasn't been his usual self when it comes to eating the grabs from Nice. Maybe Nice to sort of figure out the rhythm that he was showing off to Elivo, and he's trying to vary that up in an attempt to flummox the Diva. But now, Fusion University may fake out a high ground. Does look like they're going to do that. Do not invest the speed boost, however. They're using a passive speed buff of Lucio as Envy engage.
Stanmore drops straight onto their heads. Alarm gets isolated. Team Envy, you can see Stanmore. Look how much damage he did. I know Fusion U is going to be all clumped together, and the separation, just his big Reinhardt body just in between the rest of the team. There's no way Fusion U can kind of walk past him. Earns himself a shatter in the first fight.
That is domination coming through from Stand 1 over Chungsik in this. Look at Chungsik's charge. He has about 24% right now. Stand 1's ready to go. If Team Envy mix up the tempo again, they can potentially catch Fusion Uni unawares, but we've got to be aware that when they take these shorter fights where they jump in and don't allow Fusion Uni to complete a rotation, that Fusion Uni can get more attacks because they don't take up as much of that 4-minute time bank that they currently have been allotted. Team Envy, they may decide to mix up the tempo here. We'll have to see if Stanmore drops in. He is going to do so.
So again, there's one Zaya bubble used, but look at this.
Nice boop.
Perfect boop on Bernard, making sure he gets demexed. And now Fusion U definitely on the back foot.
Yeah, Fusion U currently in a Fusion prison right now, caught in that room. Don't know how they're going to get out of there. They may be able to catch out Alarm potentially. Just jump down onto him. Team Envy definitely have the cooperative here. He's going down.
Someone doesn't care at all. Just waiting for an opportunity to use the shatter. Bernard's going to get picked off. Pilot Diva just so vulnerable to someone like a Brig.
Stand 1 going to lose a little bit of health, but we'll have it healed up just as well on Fusion Uni. They think they want to take this fight to a point. They want to force Envy to come in and contest.
They have to contest. I mean, they're going to have to wait for their Brig, of course, but now's the time to strike if you're Envy. You've got so many ults, but if you can just go with this one vanilla, it might just be perfect. A grab's going to come in, and you heard it. Barrier destroyed. And there, the wave of damage comes through. Complete team kill for Fusion U.
Uncharacteristically, Alarm there didn't even have the Transcendence to be able to save his team, but he may well have decided that it wasn't worth it in this case. Stem 1 has the Earth Shadow ready. I'm not even sure if he used one in the last fight. He could have easily got another one from swinging into all 6 members there. Such a huge amount of damage coming through from him and Jaru, but Jaru wasn't able to get the additional ultimate charge because the rally was already active. Elivo here, he's going to be watching out for nice bubbles. Counting those seconds between projected barriers is so important for your success if you want to get a good self-destruct.
Sam running headfirst into them once more. Transcendence forced out by Alarm. Try and get some additional damage. They have to kill someone through this because Crimzo has an advantage with it. Graviton Surge is going to get used. Damon going extremely low, lays down the shadow regardless, but Chungsik's going to find the kill. Self-destruct straight on top of his head as well. Bernard's going to find an equal one on Elivo once more. They end up trading main tanks, and Elivo going down here still really bad. For Team Envy, Fusion University trying to chase them, the rest of them down. 1 minute still remains. Team Envy probably can't get back to the point now, Harry.
Crimson there, unfortunately, catching some wayward Zaya poke from Nice. You can't catch those high-energy mortars, Jaws. They'll just disintegrate you. You can see Nice moving forward. He doesn't want to let this energy go to waste. He wants to use it to build up towards his next Graviton Surge. Once he gets that, Fusion University will be in a great position to try and take this map, put themselves on match point. They've already got 4 ultimates ready to go. We know Alarm. He's not going to take long to get up towards that Transcendence. And Team Envy, to weather the next assault, their main tools will be their support ultimates for Sound Barrier, for Rally. Sharp could potentially strike first, try and stem the bleeding, stop the momentum with a Graviton Surge, but there's always an opportunity for an eat.
Well, they see a couple of low health members at the back.
He's on his own.
Perfect counter charge. Sam one in a hole heap of trouble, but instantly the Graviton Surge comes out to save him. Nice is going to get killed off first by fire, and now Fusion U deciding to back off. They know they've got time. 4 minutes still remain. They're going to go once again.
Peeling Gravel do, then at Sharp. He's been denied the ultimate charge because so many tanky bodies of Fusion University just backed out and decided not to give them over with the health. Karkar did use for Sound Barrier, it would appear, but not to a huge amount of success. But that was so smart from Sharp, getting the peeling Graviton Surge. I think he got knocked off a high ground. He must have had to stick that to the ceiling, a great arcing of a projectile. The mechanical skill on this lad is absolutely nuts. Nice going to be trying to make something just as impressive happen with his own Graviton Surge. But Fusion University, they still want to figure out where they want to approach this from. Team Envy are going to have their own rotations in kind. Sharp wants to command this high ground here so they can easily maneuver those mortars around the shield, but he has to join stand one now. They need to present a united front in front of Changsik.
Changsik's taking a whole heap of damage. You can see how broken that shield is. The rally's going to come out from Jaro as well. Crimso's going to go down first. The Graviton Surge is going to lock them in place on the pillar. Self-Destruct doesn't find anything, but Sharp's going to go down regardless. Crimso had the ultimate as well. That was the one they needed. Stand one's going to fall too. Fusion University marching forward. Self-Destruct's the last saving grace. Another tick's going to come through if they're not careful. Jaro gets sent to the ground.
There wasn't enough there. It's going to be the Transcendence, but what can they do, Jaws? They're all over the point.
Crimso's in the trance, he's going to have to get out. Team Envy needs something quick and something fast to happen. Sharp's back on the Tracer, but they're only a couple of percentage points away. 2 people are contesting from Team Envy, but everybody is going to go down. Jaru coming back on the bay, but it's no use!
Won't even make
Fusion
it.
University find match point in the series.
And that was such a good fight from Bernard. Barely even fired his self-destruct in. He just sort of like placed it down at the back of the point, making sure that Team Envy, once they committed with their ultimates, there was no way for them to get out of there. And there was also, after Bernard remeked after that self-destruct, huge value from being able to use his defense matrix. He ate a fire strike that would have potentially killed both Alarm and Karkar. Eating that up was a huge clutch play for Bernard. The brains on this man are incalculable.
This is Envy's last chance to come back into the series. They're hoping for a complete reverse sweep. Fusion Uni on match point. Do not go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Fusion University now sitting on a match point in the series versus Team Envy.
Looking absolutely dominant, Team Envy are going to need a lot to bring it back. Do we have some energy for Team Envy in the house here in Krefeld? Anyone want to see Envy win?
Couple of Envy fans sitting in the front, same with the Fusion U ones. This is their final stand. Envy need to make something happen here. They're looking for a complete reverse sweep. It's hard in these situations to reclasp your mental, really. I mean, you're sitting in a booth opposite the players that are right now almost crushing you. It definitely felt like Eichenwald was a winnable map for them. We didn't even get to see any of stage 2 of that map. It all ended on point 1.
Yeah, it was super just dominant. It seemed like it was dominant from one side and then dominant from another as well. The clutches were insane. And having that stolen away from you if you're Envy can absolutely break you in two. I am, however, liking a little bit of innovation what we're seeing. We've seen Elivo come out of a Winston instead of a Diva. It was good in practice, trying to get a little bit of extra damage onto Snillo and Changsik, placing forward for damage that they can't quite defend themselves from, especially with Winston's buff on our PTR patch for this, which means that he does more damage to armor, which is obviously prevalent for Brigitte and Reinhardt.
Here we go, potentially the final game of the finals. Fusion University on the defense. We've got Envy on the offense. And we're going to Gibraltar.
Once again, this has been the selection of Envy. They've selected basically every map so far, given that Fusion Uni, of course, has one of them all, and we are on a loser's pick system. Right now, Fusion University setting up on the defense, looking pretty standard jaws. We've got the 3-3 for Team Envy. Stand 1 currently. On this Symmetra, may go for a quick teleporter, put Elivo into a nice position with that Doomfist to try and make an engagement. Are they all going to take it? Looks like after everyone takes it, they may well have Stand 1 swap over. Okay, this could be a good position, I don't know, for Crimson?
Crimson and Jaru, I believe, did go through the teleporter. They do quickly switch off, though. Fusion University are backing up a little bit. They want to fight in the tunnels now.
Just saving seconds at this point, but every second does count, especially when Team Envy cannot afford to lose anything more. Elivo's been discovered right now, Burnout trying to give him a little bit of spamming out. He will catch a couple of orbs from Alarm if he's not careful, and they're going in for 1v1 while the remainder of Team Envy push under the car wash.
It's much easier, actually, for Bernard to rotate in that situation. Elivo had to completely back off and join the rest of his team on the payload.
And he did. Payload still moves, though. Fusion University will now put themselves between the payload and the path of its progress. They're going to be able to potentially go through that small doorway, but you've got to be careful when moving through these chokes about the deadliness of Changsik and his fire strikes. He can hit so many people at once and, of course, get a lot of ultimate charge for doing so. Right now, they're going to play in the server room, does give them access to a mega health pack, meaning that they have that 250 HP burst heal to retreat to, should they want to use it.
I think they're going to want to use it. I think they just want to run into Fusion U. Sharp is so healthy, but not anymore. What? That was a flying Snillo. Just jumped straight for him, almost went down, luckily saved by an armor pack of Jaru. Riley coming out really early for Team Envy. Jaru just marching forward now, nice under a lot of pressure, a lot of trouble. But he's built himself up a grab, throws it straight on in onto stand 1. However, Grimzo is going to use the Transcendence. Bomb comes through, however, it only destroys stand 1's shield. No one going down just yet. Fire booping the rest of Fusion Uni away.
Still skirmishing here, but Alarm, if he wants to, can move everyone forward. He does have the advantage on that Transcendence. Crimzo only 11% right now, having used it previously to keep everyone healthy during that Graviton surge. But Stan 1's getting so aggressive, in comes the self-destruct.
Try and force people away. Nice is going to go down. He gets isolated in a corner. Alarm's going to use the Transcendence. The shatter hits the ground. Changsik and Banar end up falling. There's a lot of damage coming out from Stan 1. Jaru's going to help him finish him off too as well. Grimzo getting his name on the kill feed. As Team Envy push on first. Now have 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the hangar.
And you got to remember, Team Envy did decide to go to watch Point Gibraltar, so perhaps they have a lot of confidence in the things that they're going to be playing here. Right now, Stan 1 going to try and claim the high ground. They may go on top of the shuttle. We'll have to see which way they decide to go out of here. They are potentially going to go for the Apex high ground. On top of the shuttle here, it's incredibly hard to attack. Team Envy need to invest a lot in trying to keep their momentum, keep moving forward, because this is one of the most defensible points in the entire game if you can control the high ground as a defending team.
Sharp has that grab advantage over Nice currently. 50% is Nice. However, Changsik is still moving forward, has the position for a shatter. Stan 1's only 5% away.
He will be looking for the swings to try and get out to 100. Changsik caught in the grab.
Early. There's the beat. The shatter's going to come through. Oh, it's big. Stan 1 laying everybody on their backs. Taking over the payload once again. Karkar and Banar stalling for extra time, but they're not long for this world. Team Envy continue to get this payload moving, and now Fusion University have bad spawns also.
Stamon continues to hit these big shadows over Gibraltar. Maybe he has found the kind of rhythm that Chungsik plays on. And Fire, actually, as Chungsik was resetting, got credit for that kill. That may well have given him a sandbar. I'm not sure if he had it before, but that's like 500 HP or so of additional ultimate charge available for him. And Stam1, the momentum here is so good in his favor, halfway towards another Earth Shadow at Fusion Uni. They need to make a stand right here, Jaws. 4.5 minutes in the bank for Envy. This could be where they decide to bring it back, but once again, this is so defensively favored, especially along that right angle.
Look at all the ults for Fusion U and Team Envy. Something's got to crack first. Looks like it's going to be the shield of Chungsik. They're just trying to focus it down. You can see how much damage is getting laid down into his shield. I mean, he's at half now. He has to just back off around this corner to make sure he's got enough to block the shadow coming up from Stan soon. Only 20% away is Stan, but Chungsik does have a shadow of his own. Graviton Surge is going to get used a little bit waylaid. Actually got pushed onto the pillar. That's not what you want to see if you're Nice right now.
That isn't the ideal placement right there, and Stan1 still looking for that.
Shadow on the sides, he spotted Jara, he's going to find the pin kill as well. Self-destruct coming in from Fusion, scattering Team Envy. Another grab's coming out, this time it actually hits people. 3 people are going to get caught up. Stamon goes aggressive, but it's so low on the sidelines. He had the Shadow also, but Alarm managed to take him out just in time. Fusion University finally making a stand. It's just before the last point.
His aggression was punished, but such a great momentum push there from Team Envy. They are so close to a completion here on Gibraltar. One more fight will do it for them as Bernal resets to get that mech back. Stillo is the only ultimate remaining for Fusion University, but with this much energy, Nice was going to take very short amount of time to build up towards a Graviton Surge again. Stam1 still has the Earth Shadow. He knows that he can try and pressure out Chungsik here. He used the Shadow previously, so he's going to have to be a lot more defensive. He can't allow himself to get booped out of the way, allow for his team to be exposed to that crowd control ultimate, which is so instrumental in winning these fights. But one thing Team Envy have against them is they've got to move down these long paths to try and get in onto these teammates.
They knew who they wanted to kill, and it was Nice, but he baited them in clearly with the grab. Stam1 taking so low. His shield just breaking under the pressure. Sharp is going to go down. Karkar jumps in for the assassination. Envy made a beeline for Nice. They had the backup that he needed.
Chungsik got so much damage done there as well, swinging into the Graviton Surge. Envy knew they had to make something happen right there. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain. And now, Fusion University, they're looking so good. On the defense, they look solid. And right now, they are able to answer anything Team Envy brings towards them because there's such a long way that Team Envy have to move. They can be so telegraphed. They can be read so well. And Fusion University has to read this like a book if they want to complete their perfect defense. Well, not quite perfect, but close enough. Without a completion, Team Envy will be in dire straits.
They're going to start it off with a self-destruct. Elevote launching it to the backside to create some space. The rest of Fusion Uni now onto the sideline. Sharp's going to get shattered. He's got the grab. He needs to survive this fight. Chungsik and Crimzo are the first casualties. Graviton Surge is going to get used, but Alarm instantly using the Transcendence. Sharp falls instantly afterwards as well. Fusion University still holding on to this payload. Stam1 might have found a kill. However, Fusion University have such good spawns in this situation, Harry.
I'm not a fan of that Graviton Surge there from Sharp. He was so low. Crimzo was already down. We weren't going to be able to use the Discord Orb to get the 25% extra damage. At least Stam1 did get a consolation prize. He got the charge on Nice right off the edge of the map, meaning that there was no way to revive the energy that he will now be missing. He's going to have to expend his barriers to do so. You can see the personal barrier is gone. That means he could be a victim of a self-destruct. Straight away,
beautiful boom! Unbelievable. It's just hand-delivered. You got to watch out for Karkar, who's just going to get behind your main tank. As soon as he's booped in, it's doom and gloom for Team Envy. 1 minute now remains in their time bank.
Opting for next day delivery on that main tank right there. Stam1 barely got any ultimate charge over the course of that fight. And 60 seconds remain. You heard Athena say it in her home turf. Nice now comes down from the high ground. He wants to keep himself safe. He is for win condition for Fusion Uni. He cannot afford to take too much damage or die to this.
Look how many Team Envy ults are on the board right now. Self-destruct finds nothing. The Shadow doesn't find anything either. Stam1's going to get pinned out of the Graviton Surge. Crimzo trying to chase him. Forced to use the beat now. Our Team Envy, they're throwing everything into this fight. It's now 30 seconds remaining and Stam1 is already dead. Chungsik setting up for the perfect Shadow to just end this game, but I don't think he's going to need it.
Maybe he will not, but there is no shield in front of him. He's just going to have to track the usage of the...
Oh, but that was perfect shielding coming out from the Xayah. Sharp blocked it for almost his entire team.
Maybe so. Stanmon needs to return. There's the Graviton Surge onto Nice.
Nice gets focused out once again. The entirety of Fusion Uni trying to jump in and save him. And now Chungsik's getting focused down. But Alarm once again coming up big. He's going to find fire. Jaru's going to fall as well. This is the last limbs for Team Envy on point 3.
The long-range snipers are coming in the clutch. Stanmon's already down. The meat is gone, Jaws.
Alarm's clicking heads like it's nobody's business. Nice is going to find the kill on the Doom as well. OT's gone. Envy has stopped just before third.
Snillo playing the guard. They're on the payload. He knew he wasn't going to be able to have any fun while they were having a C9 potentially. So a great selfless play from him there. And I'm not sure if it was Snello with a whip shot or Karkar with a regular boop, but they somehow managed during that penultimate fight to boop Stanmon while he was going for an Earth Shatter and actually forced him to just Earth Shatter a bunch of crates. Not the most effective thing that he would have liked, especially in a second to last fight where your ultimate usage is so important. You need to get value out of every single one.
Envy now need to defend just before third. The map will end here, regardless of how many points are taken. Fusion University just need that inch close to that. I think it's like a couple of meters or something silly. Team Envy demand absolute perfection now in order to not go down and lose their chances at the trophy.
1st to 4 is our format. Fusion University sit on 3, Team Envy on 0. Match point for Philadelphia Fusion's Academy team. There are no second chances here for Envy. If they lose, their tournament's over. Fusion University will walk away with a fat stack of prize money. NA, whoever wins will get that additional gauntlet spot, and 4 of them will move forward to the gauntlet in autumn. 1 team from Europe, no teams from South America will be able to go.
Fusion Uni now on the offense. Team Envy going for the same old on the defense. See if Fusion Uni want to try something a little bit cheeky. No Symmetra to teleport anywhere. Just going standard 3-3.
No time for risks right now. Fusion University want to continue to demonstrate dominance on the straight 3-3 matchup, which both Envy and Fusion Uni have been showing off throughout the entirety of this particular matchup. Fusion Uni are going to stick pretty close to the ground right now. They just want to try and get this payload likely through the car wash, and they may divert up the left-hand stairs or try and find their way into the server room potentially.
This damage coming out from Alarm is just so ridiculous. Elivo trying to check him, using that DM rather well. Alarm turned his back. You can see Snillo's already dead, so now Elivo in a good position to try and punish any stragglers on the back line. Chungsik ends up going down as well. Nice start for Team Envy. Building up to a few ults too. Stanmon has about a 30% ult lead right now over Chungsik.
I like that disengage from Nice as well. Put his body between Alarm and Elivo, making sure those fusion cannons would be doing damage to the more tanky Xayah compared to the incredibly vulnerable Zenyatta with his large square hitbox. So easy to do something with those spread weapons against it. Stanmon is standing firm, however. Gonna have to try and play around this alcove as Chungsik moves forward.
That rally's going to go off from Jaro as well. Team Envy now moving forward. They got the shadow. They got him in his sights. Alarm's going to hit the floor. Snillo's going to get turned into jelly. And that'll be Team Envy throwing everything, including the kitchen sink right now. There's a Graviton Surge going off too. Nice throwing that one in, but there was very little that they could actually back that up with. And now they're not going to have it for the preceding fight. And Sharp's nearing his.
Yeah, Nice definitely thinking you can clutch that one out. I hate to inform you otherwise, my friend, but I don't think that one's going to be it. Chungsik has ready the Earth Shadow though, and Crimzo, he had to expend the Transcendence to make sure Envy didn't lose anyone there, and they had to make sure they didn't lose anyone there because they're so far away from their defensive spawn. Look at the aggression that Fusion Uni can have now. They're so close to their spawn. Time is ticking away inexorably, but they're getting so many attacks out of the 2 minutes that have already been spent.
Payload was inching back as well. Alarm's got the Transcendence online. They know Nice is going to have to build up towards another grab. Sharp is so close. Bomb's going to come in from Elivo. A quick turn from Chungsik, and he gets shattered, oh no, stunned, sorry, by the Brig. Alarm's going to use that Transcendence to keep the rest of his team alive. Fusion University still fighting this one out. Sharp has the grab, throws it in, Snillo's in trouble. Bernard using the self-destruct as more of a defensive tool, but it doesn't do all of anything. Chungsik now getting focused down, his barrier instantly destroyed. And Team Envy now marching forwards No, they got the rally armor at their backs. They're going to hold off for the time.
Chunksic was so low, but so many resources were funneled into him, and over the course of that brawl, Nice to generate himself yet another Graviton Surge. He's got such a premium on Sharp, but Crimzo's ready to answer it. Transcendence, everyone on Envy is going to be feeling far from envious and instead feeling tranquility as they're all caught within.
There's the grab. Crimzo instantly using that Transcendence. There's a whole bunch of damage coming out, but it's getting instantly healed up. Bernard gets demeched in the chaos of it all as well. This is all good, too good for Team Envy right now. Bernard gets killed off as well. Fusion U, they've only got one ult available. Snow's going to have his rally coming up for the next fight, but there's only 1 minute remaining.
Team Envy gave up their defensive space. Looks like they want to claim it back right now. Alarm's backing straight out. He doesn't want to have any of that. And now it's going to be a rotation from Fusion University. It seems like my comp games, Jaws, have made the same attack about 4 or 5 times in a row. And now they've finally been able to rally in comms and find a different way to go on through. And now Alarm on the high ground is a dangerous proposition to deal with if you are Team Envy.
Stando's 5% towards that Shadow. There it is. This is the one that's going to have to be big. Elivo's got the self-destruct as well, but he actually gets instantly demeched at 99%. Alarm finding the kill on Elivo as well. They end up trading as Karkar ends up falling, but Chunksic making sure his shield is more than healthy to try and block Stan 1 Shadow.
Chunksic knows his Earth Shadow could be exactly what's required.
Graviton Surge coming in, Alarm using the Transcendence, the rally as well from Team Envy to keep everybody alive. Stan 1 dies with the Shadow available. Fusion University find the 2 kills that they required. Stan 1 and Jaru falling, Fire going down as well. In the clutch final few moments of the first point, Fusion U managed to cap.
Flashbacks to Iconvolt, Jaws, it was so close there as well, and Team Envy not managing to clutch out that final fight where Fusion Uni could. They're going to catch the bad spawns, they're going to be executed, and potentially if the rest of Team Envy don't get out of here, a lot of ultimate charge is going to be fed their way.
That's exactly what they are doing. You can see them chasing all the way back to their new spawn. So much space can be created now by Fusion U, and this cart is going to move for free for a fair while.
Elivo can't afford to be that brave again. He went up onto the high ground to try and duel with Nice at the first point of Gibraltar. But the second that he dropped off, the remainder of Fusion University just turned around and decided, hey, you know what, we're going to stun you. We're going to burn you down. We're going to make sure that isn't available for the remainder of your team. You don't have that peeling ability. Elivo, however, does have one specific ability, the self-destruct to deliver some burst damage. He's going to be taking stock of Nice bubbles. They're going to have to be used to try and mitigate incoming damage. And of course, if you can do a lot of damage to Chunksic's shield, you can land a good shatter.
Coming in from Bernard, catches Stan 1 by the side. Chunksic jumps on in as well. He's got the beat at his back. The Shadow's going to come out. The Transcendence healing them up. It's their last stand on this point. Sharp's at least going to find 1 kill, but they need to focus him down. But now he's in the grab. A beat's going to come out to save him, but the focus fire from Fusion U is perfect. Stan 1 comes out with a shatter of his life, though, and it hits 3 to the ground. Alarm's going to clean him up, though. What are you going to do when the supports are carrying?
How is Alarm still alive? There was so much peel, there were so many resources. Elivo going to be absolutely destroyed right here, and despite the best attempts of Stand 1 and the rest of Team Envy, Fusion University now have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to try and move 84 meters. If they can do so, they will be the champions of the Atlantic Showdown. They'll secure that fat prize packet. They will bring the extra spot from a gauntlet. It's going to be attributed to them, but it's going to NA nonetheless. And still, Team Envy, they've managed to get 1 fight out of that midway point. Less than ideal for Gibraltar. They're going to have to do better here if they want to play this right angle.
Really, really nice tech on the Diva bomb. It catches
Stan
1 yet again. Karkar's going to go down, but Fire falls as well. This is perfect. Nice just spoken down Elivote. They need to be able to regroup on the payload right here, right now. They've got the spawns to do it, Harry. They've got Crimzo's ultimate, but that's all they got. That's all they got. The Transcendence need to come out together, but Sharp may be on the wrong side. Fire's going to have to go in and touch, and Chunksic is ready to slam. He's got the shatter. He's swinging on in. Stan 1's in trouble. Sniller's going to go down, though, but Fire is caught off by Alarm. This guy's a beast. Chunksic looking for the shatter to end it all right here, right now. He's got to channel the Eye of the Kaiser. He needs to see what everyone else does not a minute into the future. But it will be Fusion University who quickly back off. They've decided this is not going to be their fight, and Crimzo is going to seal that deal. Karkar and his speed boost not going to be available. Charge shot will end his life. Chunksic will catch himself a fire strike, and Fusion University needs to take stock of what they have. 1 minute and 14 seconds separate them from their championship right here, and 1 minute and 10 seconds separate Team Envy from coming back into this series, potentially starting themselves a reverse sweep. What a right click. That would have been disastrous if someone went down. Alarm still pummeling those shields. You can see the focus on Stan 1. They know one of the big win cons right now is Chunksic and his shatter. Stan 1's going low yet again. Elivo trying to check people. So Chunksic's just walking straight forward. doesn't care at all. Graviton Surge is going to come out. Sharp is going to go low, but Chunksix going to help him. Shadow goes into the boxes. That's not what you want to see. Banaz at least gets Team X, and a grab coming out from Team Envy might be the saving grace. Self-destruct on top. It's not going to get anybody. Now Chunksix all alone. Fire's going to find the kill. Now 30 seconds remains.
Chunksix thought he could get the clutch. He laid down the slam, but it was straight into the shield of Stand 1. Stand 1, his one was also blocked, but the use of Graviton Surge after. We talk about cyclical ult generation, and he got that just there. 17 seconds. Stand between Fusion University and losing the second map of the entire tournament. Team Envy are going to have to defend here, using their Earth Shadow, using their sound barrier. Maybe Sharp can get himself towards a Graviton Surge with the energy that he has. They need to be very much checking the incoming damage from Bernard.
Overtime's ticking down. Stam 1 needs to set up this Earth Shadow. He's trying to check the shield, trying to find an opening. Shield going down so low for Chunksix, and he hits Alarm in the back. He's going to get stunned out of it, though. The pin doesn't land. It's perfect for Bernard. Finds the self-destruct. Sharp's going to go down as well. Fusion University trying to sink it on home.
The grab was generated so quickly, and now they're trying to hold on with a Transcendence. The emergency is here.
Stam 1 jumping onto the ball, but is it going to be enough? Alarm with the Transcendence, they're killing off Belly Vote. Stam 1 gets back the payload in the nick of time, but it's only him. Fire's going to join him, but it's a couple of meters left.
They're so
Fusion
powerful.
University losing one single map in the Atlantic Showdown will be crowned your champions.
All right, give it up for the Atlantic Showdown 2019 champions, Fusion University. Congratulations, boys. You can go over to the couch and Nilo stay with me so we can have a chat. You can go. Go to the couch. Yeah. Yeah, over there. Yeah. Oh, okay. Snilo, first of all, how does it feel to become the grand champions?
It feels super great, super great. It's like, I can't describe it with words. It's just amazing feeling, yeah.
Do you have any words for everybody watching it right now?
Yeah. Thank you super much for being such a great crowd and cheering us and cheering for everyone. It helps us so much.
Yeah, and now you can, do what we need to. Oh! And you can join everybody on the couch, and we go over with Jaws and Leg Day.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Got a bit of a packed couch here.
I think we're pretty worn out. I think these guys are pretty worn out as well. Well, maybe not after losing only one map. Kaka, how does it feel, man? It must feel pretty good. I mean, you came in as one of the NA favorites, and one map loss, it's feeling pretty good.
Feels great. We had a lot of setbacks this season, like ping and like waking up early for our Koreans. So now that we're at LAN with 0 ping and time isn't an issue, it feels great. We can show how we actually perform.
Nice. The Eichenwald What in the world happened there to turn that fight around at the end of the end of your attack? It was just insane.
Do you want to come closer?
Yes.
Might be a bit easier.
Yeah, let's get Jay in here. Get a translation.
Alarm clutched. Alarm clutches everything, it seems. How did Nice feel? What was the question?
What was happening in the comms when you guys clutched out on Eichenwald in a fight that we assumed was going to be Envy winning out that map?
What clutch happened in Eichenwald?
Right.
Yeah, what happened on Eichenwald? Like, who clutched it? What really happened? Into Eichenwald. Who really clutched Eichenwald? Yeah, first point.
너무 텐션이 높아갖고 좀 무리했던 것 같아요. 네.
We had a lot of tension, so I think we were able to go through swiftly.
Okay, now Kaka, there's been so many points where you're just in amongst the enemy team and just booping Stam on. Was that really the kind of game plan? Because we noticed throughout the tournament that you're just focusing shields so much and Alarm's just obviously doing so much damage. I mean, you've got to be up in their faces, but it's just so risky to do so.
Yeah, I think sometimes I obviously got punished for it, like getting picked first fight, but I think the first couple maps I really did well punishing their Rhine. So again, it's like finding a balance between the two. So it's like really difficult, but I think like first map on Koth, I did a great job of it. And I think Eichenwald, I did an all right job of it. So, and I think Envy is like one of the weaker teams that I can get away with a lot of stuff on it. Just like mechanically booping the Rhine, so.
Now, this question for Snillo. If Gauntlet happens, of course, everybody's going to make it there. What is one team that you want to actually face at Gauntlet and prove that you're better than?
I want to play against Runaway for sure. They were undefeated in Korea, right? We have been undefeated in NA. We scrimed against them. They're really, really good. So Runaway, definitely.
Okay, sticking on the gauntlet, you guys, obviously it's going to be a big international competition with some of the best teams in the world. And with the form that you're showing at the moment, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to get there. So do you have any messages for those who may be watching your VODs, researching you about what you're going to bring to Gauntlet? If you've got any trash talk, that's also good.
We're going to be even better on Gauntlet, definitely. We have, I don't know, we're going to be like as good as we are now, so pretty much unstoppable, yeah.
Unstoppable. Big words for Gauntlet.
Now, it must feel pretty relieving, of course, coming all this way over to EU. How do you feel about the crowd just at your backs some of the time? They're very much EU positive. AT has been, they're obviously the home favorites. How does it feel playing in front of such a big crowd and such an electric crowd as well?
So I kind of wanted to verse Envy because I know if we would verse Angry Titans in the finals, it would be a rough crowd to cheer for us. So now that it was 2 NA teams, and I think a lot of people are cheering for us. I'd like to thank you guys, so thank you. And our team thanks you too.
It's been a wonderful crowd here in Krefeld. Such a boon for having these local events at the LAN. Everyone just gets to face off against each other. And one last question for any of you guys. What's it like to be able to look across like the pavilion and see through the glass your enemy and just stare them down after a huge play?
What's it like to look at them?
Who wants to answer?
친한 팀이랑 할 때는 뭐 눈 마주치면 뭐 재밌기도 하고 약간 좋기도 한데 좀 친하지 않은 팀 눈 마주치면 좀 살짝 무섭기도 해서 좋은 것 같아요.
So when we verse a team that we're close to, then he feels very friendly and very happy to be there. But when it's a team that he's not that close to, then it's a little overwhelming.
Well, there we go. Thank you so much for your words at the end. Fusion Uni, your Atlantic Showdown champions. And A has earned an additional spot at the Gauntlet as well. And from us here in Krefeld, Germany, got to thank you and good night.